this performance, I've basically just been nonstop on the go, back and forth on planes, but here I am ready to bring it for semifinals.
Boy, you got me going down the rabbit hole. Got me foaming out the mouth like a rabbit dog. I'ma have to put myself on a leash, though. Living rent free in my head, he's your least.
Hi, AleXa. Thank you so much for your time, and really excited to just chat with you. Congratulations on all of your progress so far in the competition. How does it feel to have gotten all the way to the finale?
I mean, first and foremost, thank you for the congratulations. I sincerely appreciate it. But wowza, getting all the way to the grand final, it's kind of crazy. It feels like I just got to LA yesterday and we just started because I was in the first episode, but here we are at the very last episode, the final. It's unbelievable. It truly is. It's unbelievable, but I'm very happy and grateful for this experience.
Yeah. So we're no strangers to, voting as an aspect in competition shows, but with K-pop and K-pop fans in particular, I think that they have another level of passion. They're really good at mobilizing. Can you maybe speak to the support that you've received from your fan base, or even in representing your state of Oklahoma? Like, have family and friends from your town reached out to you and anything like that?
Absolutely. And I think the word you use, mobilizing, is honestly a spectacular word to talk about, just to describe the K-pop fandom in general, because my fans, my AI troopers, have been so wonderful and diligent about spreading voting information across all the social media platforms and rallying other K-pop group fandoms to join in and help support me. So it's just really cool to see the sense of unity happening online in these communities to, support a K-pop artist in this American Song Contest. But in the aspect of Oklahoma and my hometown, it's super cool because my hometown friends tell me they get together every single Monday night to watch the show, whether or not I'm on it, just to see what's going on, see how the competition's flowing. And I've heard that there have been specifically some K-pop fan groups in Oklahoma that have gotten together to do the watch parties for my semis, for my qualifier, and now they're arranging things for the final as well. So it's really heartwarming to hear that not only do I have specifically the K-pop fans gathering behind me, but also my fellow Okies in Oklahoma rallying behind me.
That's awesome. That's so great. So what initially drew you to America's Song Contest to begin with?
Well, let's see. This whole thing has actually been a whole year-long process, but when we first heard about it, we were really super stoked about it because we representing my team and myself, we were super stoked about it because I've been a long-term Eurovision fan. So hearing that, we wanted to kind of take Eurovision and try it out in America, similarly, I was super excited about that. But also because one of my staff members hails from Sweden. So of course they are the living, breathing definition of they know everything Eurovision. So I was excited to try this new kind of performance factor, this new possibility of, Americans voting on things, because as it is with myself promoting in Korea the past 4 years, I haven't had a live audience past 2 years due to the pandemic. So with this, American Song Contest being an outlet to perform in front of a live audience, I was super excited and giddy to jump at the opportunity. And fortunately enough, I passed the auditions and wound up being the Oklahoma representative.
Yeah, so great. You also have some previous song contest experience, having been on Rising Legend and Produce 48. Do you feel like that at all gave you any kind of advantage or mindset coming into this competition, or was this, vastly different than what you had done before?
Well, I myself am a Sagittarius, so I like to think I have that fiery competitive spirit within me. But fortunately, like you had mentioned, I had done things like Rising Legends as well as Produce 48. And specifically with Produce 48, it really helped me with finding cameras. Because with American Song Contest, just like 48 and other music shows, I suppose, on any broadcasting station internationally, there's multiple camera angles, and sometimes it's hard to catch them. It really is, because you're looking for these tiny little red lights in these big dark rooms with all these flashing lights and sounds and smoke. But camera finding is definitely something that Produce helped me with, along with, I guess, finding my stage persona, finding confidence in myself on stage. Doing those events, plus, my career leading up till now has really prepared me well, I'd say, for the American Song Contest.
Yeah. Walk me through a little bit about kind of your mindset or process when it comes to producing these stages when it is time to perform. K-pop in particular is known for these very thoughtful, very intricate stages sometimes. And of course, for anybody who has seen your Wonderland performance, I mean, it's just absolutely insane. So just kind of, walk me through, how did you make that work? Was there any kind of hesitation? And when they challenged you to say, all right, we need you to perform one of your original songs, but let's take it up a notch. What was that like?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, I could never dare take credit for producing all this. All I do is do what I'm told and give a little bit of suggestions here and there. There are so many incredible, genius, hardworking folk behind the scene that make this possible. The creative directors, the people that work the tech, I mean, the hair and makeup, the costuming team for the show is insane. Every single outfit I've had is a custom built piece. So every time we get to do a new stage, I get so excited to see what these geniuses come up with and how they work their magic. But when we were told, we got to do, our like original song, Wonderland was the thing, and then how we're going to raise the stakes every time, I just put all of my trust into our creative directors, our creative, what's the word I'm looking for? Powerhouse. That's what I'm looking for. Mitochondria, powerhouse of the cell. Wow,
Hmm.
memory. Okay. But yeah, looking forward to everything that this creative powerhouse makes every time. We throw in suggestions with like, okay, lighting nuances or hairstyles, or what if we could incorporate these elements? Fortunately, with my semifinal stage, I was able to use aerial silks. And so we're kind of in talks about how we're going to up the ante for the final stage, but you can expect greatness.
Just shoot it in space, Let
Set
go even
myself on
higher, right?
fire. Set myself
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah. I mean, if anybody can do it, I think it's you. I was also going to say, so, your style in particular is known for blending so many genres, for being, I think, incredibly fearless when it comes to mending different influences and inspirations. So, what would it mean for you to have a K-pop song, and in particular one that draws from so many influences, win the title of America's best song in particular?
Oh boy, I mean, yes, with Wonderland, competing myself as a K-pop artist with a K-pop inspired track, of course, like Wonderland, it would mean, the world to me to have this track win, best song in America. Because, yes, it's a K-pop song, but more than that, more than the song itself, it's the fact that, I just really want to spread this message of like, following your dreams is possible. Nothing is impossible. That sounds very
Mhm.
cheesy, very cliche, but I have a very long story leading up to where I was, with so many people that have had my back and lifted me up when I was down. And, persistence and just that passion and drive to move forward. As long as you have that, you are able to graduate from things like Rising Legends to Produce 48, all the way to this large grand NBC stage for American Song Contest. And overall winning would just be fantastic. But also considering we are NextShark and it's currently Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, that would also be a wonderful little wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the community, because, representation matters. This is America, and I'd like to show more facets of what America has to offer.
Yeah. Wow, you already predicted my next question. I was going to lead up into
Oh,
that,
oh.
asking about that, but yeah, I mean, we can talk a little bit more about that. So, I mean, you're a K-pop artist, you are a Korean American artist, and I think that is like so interesting, because we have regular K-pop artists that are in Korea, and you're also in Korea at times, and then we are having this emergence of Korean American artists in particular still doing K-pop. So, like, again, because it is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, how do you, I guess, balance part of that identity, or how does that play a role in your artistry and your songwriting and your performances?
I mean, specifically with Wonderland, when we first received the track, we knew for sure this is the one to go with. It was a large collaborative effort between many talented songwriters. But even though it is the American Song Contest and I'm representing Oklahoma, at the end of the day, I still am Korean American and I am a K-pop artist. So that is why I included some Korean in the lyrics to pay homage
Mm,
to my roots and, my profession overall. But, I feel like this whole situation, when I was younger, I didn't really have many people that I could relate to growing up on the screen or in the media. And so, how widespread K-pop has become, not just in America, but globally, I truly hope that through hopefully the rise of Wonderland, through American Song Contest, and hopefully the more people that learn about myself, there are more, Asian American younger people out there that can find someone to look up to if they don't already look up to so many other fabulous K-pop idols that exist nowadays. But I'm just saying, right now in American media, I hope to be, I guess, a role model eventually for somebody.
Oh, you're doing great. I mean, between this and all of your music and all of your projects and your podcasts and everything else, just the way that you've been representing not only the industry, but again, Korean Americans and artists everywhere. I just thank you for that and for bridging that gap and for telling your story. Um, has there been opportunities to share different cultures with your other contestants across various states? Have you learned anything about other states in this country, or have you been able to share some Korean or what?
So first and foremost, before the vote reveal for the very first episode, the qualifying round was happening. The other contestants and we were all getting food together, and then they were curious. They're like, "Can you teach us anything in Korean?" And I'm like, "Okay, like, what do you want to learn?" And then one of them threw out something super complicated, and I'm like, "How about we start a little easier with 'I love you'?" So I tried to teach him like "사랑해요," and it was really cute to see them all try to like say it. Like, I got it on video. It's super cute. Maybe one of these days I'll post it to social media, but it was just super cute to see them wanting to learn how to say "I love you." And then I taught them how to do the little, finger heart that we all do as K-pop artists. But I've also gotten the chance to get really close with the American Samoa contestant Tanel, and she's told me all about her song and just overall what her song means to her, and culturally, even the outfit she wore for the semifinals. It's just so beautiful to just see everything that America and its territories like has to offer the world. It truly is so amazing.
Yeah. I think I saw on one of my friend's Instagram stories today that there's a
Yeah,
little heart emoticon now, so
yeah,
you
they
can
have
you can
one
get it on your
now.
phone. I think I still
Yeah.
need to get it. I don't know how, but I'll get on it. But that's awesome. I hope that you get to, I mean, eat Korean food at least on set a little bit,
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah,
we
okay.
order in some like some good sundubu every now and then. It's good. It's good.
Solid, solid. As far as, future things go for you, is there any genres or projects that you're super interested in pursuing after this?
Well, let's see. When the American Song Contest is finished, there's quite a few things that we want to tackle. I mean, now, thankfully, since the pandemic is lessening a little bit, we want to try to take opportunities to meet fans in person on a global perspective. That is the word. Yes, perspective. Global perspective. Of course, you got new music that should be coming out. We've got vlogs and contents that's going to be making their way out. But overall, I don't know. We just want to keep going on this grind that we've got, and hopefully just see what the next greatest thing is that comes.
That's so awesome. Well, we will be rooting for you not only in this show, but in all of your future endeavors as well. So excited to see everything that you have in store and all of your new music. And yeah, we hope that, you'll get out for a tour and we'll be able to support you and see you and cheer you on. I think it was maybe a few months ago, I saw an article where you were doing maybe a meet and greet and it was like at a boba shop or something. And I was like,
Yeah,
perfect. I was like,
we
beautiful.
might have a little fan sign or two planned here soon, but we will see. We will see.
I love, you understand what the people want, right? It's not just the chance to meet you, but it's like, all right, well, we got to get boba at the same
Exactly.
time too.
Might as well, right? Might as well.
Yeah. Well, I guess let's see. Fun, quirky questions left. Is there any okay, I'm a huge foodie. So, but I've never been to Oklahoma. Is there any like dishes, restaurants, anything that I need to try like that represents that state?
Well, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I mean, yes, Oklahoma, born and raised. I ate a smorgasbord of foods growing up, totally different, like Thai, Chinese, Italian, blah blah blah. But I will say, if you want that good Southern feeling, that good home cooked feeling, there's a place called Elmer's Barbecue. It's out in Cherry Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Best barbecue you will ever eat. American style barbecue, not Korean barbecue, but American style barbecue. The most delicious thing you will ever eat. Guaranteed.
You really get the best of both. You get American barbecue and you get Korean barbecue.
Exactly. Who doesn't love barbecue?
It's great. It's great. Well, that's all the questions that I had. Thank you so much for your time, and this has been wonderful to get to know you and chat with you. And yeah, again, we're really just excited to watch you progress in the competition, and again, in all of your other future projects. And yeah, I've been a fan of yours for a while, so this has been so great. This is actually my first interview that I got to do for NextShark. So when they were like, all right, you're gonna go interview AleXa, and I was like, cool, not exactly what I had in mind for like my first one, but I was like, all right, we'll go for it, hit the ground running. So
Goodness, thank you so much, Daniel. That means a lot to hear. Thank
yeah,
you.
this has been so great. And yeah.
All right.